Hello friends, welcome back to my channel The Codes and you are listening to Julie. Today's topic is Tour to Xcode. Let's quickly brush a few points. What is Xcode? It is an IDE which is used to develop iOS based applications and Mac OS based applications. Where you can download the application, just open the App Store on your Mac machine and type Xcode in the search box. There you will get result to download the Xcode. It is a free of cost, so you can download it easily. Once the download is complete, just launch the IDE and you will get a welcome screen on which one side you will get option to create a new project and on the other side you will get list of all existing project. So go ahead and click on create new Xcode project for iPhone and iPad. Once the project is created, it will open under the Xcode IDE. So let's quickly check what all options are there in the IDE. So the top section is called the toolbar, where you will get options to run your iOS project and the simulator or the device on which you want to run, plus some other informations like whether your project is ready or there is any warning or error. So those all status information will also be provided under the toolbar section. The next is project navigator area. So under this area you will be having options to navigate through all the files or which are there in your project. The middle section is called the editor area. So the file which you have chosen under the project navigator area, that will open into the middle section which is called editor area to work upon, whether it is the class file, code file or the design file. All whatever file is selected, that will be open in the middle section. The next is utility area. Under this section you will get information about the file or the object whatever is selected under the project navigator area or the editor area. So you will get a detailed information about that particular object or thing under this utility area. Also this area has some other resources available for you, like if you want to design, so all the design related resources will be available under this area. The bottom section is called the debug area. If you want to do some troubleshooting, if there is any error or you want to print some logs, so those all things can be done and checked under the debug area. Now once the iOS project is created, you will get some default files and folders which is already created there for you. The first one is appdelegate.swift, the second is viewcontroller.swift, the third is main.storyboard, then assets.xc assets, the fifth is launch screen.storyboard, then sixth one info.plist, and the last one is xcode tour.app file. We'll talk in details about AppDelegate, View Controller and main.storyboard file in our next slide, while I will be discussing about rest of the files here. The one is assets.exe assets. So this is like all the resource file which are there in your project that will be stored under the assets.exe asset folder, like the images files which are required in your project, that will be saved under this category. The next is launch screen.storyboard. It is actually the welcome screen. For the first time when you open any application, you see a welcome screen. So that screen is designed under the launch screen in the iOS. The sixth one is info.plist file. Info.plist file, basically it is a key value pair file where the application provides all its metadata to system. For example, the language, the device capabilities, the orientation. So all such information metadata, those are there in the info.plist file. The last one is xcode tour.app. Xcode tour is the name of your application and .app means it is the actually installer file or the executable file which will be used to install your application onto the device, and later on this file will be supplied to the App Store. Now before we actually discuss about AppDelegate, you first need to understand application lifecycle. Every iOS application has to run under the life cycle it has. So what are those? No, the first one is not running, then the second is foreground. Under foreground we have inactive and active states, then we will come to background state, and the last one is the suspended state. So what is not running state? Not running means application is either not has started yet or it has been terminated by the system. The next is foreground state. First, we need to understand what is foreground. Foreground means you are viewing your application in front of you, that is open there on the device. That is foreground. And under foreground, we have inactive and active state. Inactive means application is open in foreground, but it is not receiving any event. It is not executing any code. Like you just open your application and some phone call came or some message came. So that time your application will go to inactive state. The next is active, means the application is open in the foreground and it is receiving events, it is executing some code, like you are tapping here and there, you are filling some form, doing some activity. So that state of application is called the active state. The next is background state. Once you are done with your application, you just usually press the home button. By that time the application goes to the background state. One more point here, when the application is in background state, then it is also executing some code. For example, you just open any application and there you want to upload your picture. So you clicked on upload button and provided your picture, then you clicked on the home button. After some time, when you reopen that application, you saw that your picture is uploaded. That means that upload functionality was being executed in the background. Such a state is called as a background state. The last one is suspended, means application is background but it is not executing any code. So that time the application is said to be in the suspended state. Application can move back and forth anytime from background inactive, inactive to background, and similarly suspended to not running. So this was all about application life cycle. Now we are good to discuss about the appdelegate.swift file. What happens when actually user taps the application icon? That initiates the main function, which is the entry point. On the initiation of main function, it calls the UI application main function, which is user interface, like it loads the main user interface file. Then the first initialization is done, and after that all UI states are restored, like touch, tap, gestures, all those states are restored. And in this way final initialization is done. After this the application is activated. Now here comes the appdelegate Swift file code. What is appdelegate? Now appdelegate is basically the main entry point, like it is in charge of ensuring that your app states are handled correctly. The app state which we discussed in the previous slide, not running, inactive, active, background and suspended. So if you want to perform any activity under these states, those will be written here. Appdelegate is the single file in your iOS project. So now we are going to discuss about view controller file, which is the next file. You can have multiple of view controller files depending upon your application design. This file is basically manages between the view and the controller. Suppose you have a screen and you want to add some functionality, so that screen will be connected to one view controller file and you can write all the codes in this file. So basically you can say it manages between the view, the design and the model. So this is the view controller file. The next is main.storyboard file. The storyboard file is the design file where you can design your iOS application. In a single storyboard file, you can have multiple screens designed. How that will be done, I will be showing you in the Xcode application. So let's quickly go to the Xcode application. I clicked on Xcode and here the Xcode tour application is created. I have already shown you how to create a new Xcode project in my previous video. If you are new to it, please go there and watch how to create a new Xcode project. So there I created a Xcode tour project and we have this default file like we discussed, appdelegate, view controller, main.storyboard, everything. So now let all the class files remain untouched and I will open main.storyboard here. So here you can see a simulator is here where actually you can start your design. So I have chosen iPhone 11 simulator and I will add a label. So just drag and put it here. You can resize it using mouse, and I will write something. Welcome to the codes. Okay, and I will simply just run this application using this toolbar section which I explained. I will click on the run button, and here I will choose the simulator on which I want to run. So here you can see the list of all simulators which are there. What is simulator? Let me run it, then I will probably explain. So I just clicked on run button, and this status give me launching and attaching the application to Xcode. So here the application is launched on the simulator, and it says welcome to Xcode. So what is simulator? Simulator is basically a software for a personal machine which creates a virtual version of your mobile device. In a basic term, you can say it is the virtual software like your iOS device on your computer. So this was all about today's tutorial. I will be sharing my next video on particularly adding some functionality, adding some coding to the buttons and all other objects which are there in the Xcode to start developing your first iOS application. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe, and if you have any query or question, please do write that in the description box. I will surely try to answer those. Meanwhile, stay tuned, stay connected. Thank you.